Hello Gems, today we're at EPCOT. It's been a hot minute since I've been to EPCOT, but there's no festival. So the crowds are lower and this is my favorite time to come here. Let's go. This is the first time I've been here since the walls came down, so let's go take a look. So they added a whole lot of seating in this area. Look at that. There's like tables and stuff, and there's another area behind me as well. Perfect. Oh my gosh, thank you, Disney. This was so needed in this area. And they added even more seating over here. Oh, this is fantastic. So at first I wasn't sure what I would think of this area, but I am very happy with the seating upgrade. That was very necessary. So I wasn't quite sure how I would feel about this area. This is where the fountain used to be, and they had a show every 10 minutes or 20 minutes, I forget, and that was one of my favorite things, but that's gone, and there's just a planter with some like Star Wars beams to the side of it. I've heard it looks cool at night, so I'll have to come at night and see. I've made my way over to the Land Pavilion. I'm gonna go ride Soarin' over California.
Hello and welcome to Soarin'. My name is Patrick and I'll be your chief flight attendant today. We'll begin boarding in a few minutes, but first I'd like to acquaint you with some important safety information.
That was so great. I really miss Soarin' over California. There are two versions of it, and they replaced that years ago with Soarin' around the world, but that one was a lot of like CG and stuff, and so fans didn't like it as much. So this past fall, they brought back the original, and that was amazing. The smells, I'm having such a great morning, but I'm hungry, so let's go get some breakfast. I'm gonna grab some breakfast over here at Sunshine Seasons. So here's some of their menu. They have a lot of good desserts and pastries that you can get for breakfast. Sunshine Seasons opens when the park opens at 9, so this is a great place to come for breakfast. These all look really good. So I wanted to come over here for breakfast because if you're coming to the festival, that starts at 11. But the park opens at 9, so if you're here early to rope drop, then you do have a couple of options for breakfast. Most of them are at Starbucks, but I didn't want to eat those because you can get those at any Starbucks anywhere. So I came over here to the Land Pavilion for a breakfast sandwich. This is ham, egg, and cheese on a Kaiser roll, and it comes with a side of cantaloupe. So let's see how this tastes. Yeah. That was so good. Exceeded my expectations. Sunshine Seasons, you know, it's gone through its changes over the years. This was our go-to place for a really long time, and they kind of changed up the menu. They made stuff smaller and more expensive and stuff, so I actually haven't eaten here in a pretty long time. That sandwich was fantastic. The eggs looks like real eggs. For a long time, they used that egg powder stuff, and that was just disgusting. So a nice, good, thick egg patty. Then it's topped with ham as well. The ham is such a great smoky flavor. It really goes well with eggs. Of course, eggs in any kind of breakfast meat are really excellent. And then it's got some cheddar cheese on it. And I wasn't expecting the amount of cheese that it has. Let me just show you. So that on the top is the cheese, is the cheddar. So really, really like this. It comes on a Kaiser roll, which I wasn't sure if I would like that, but it's nice and crusty on the outside and nice and warm and soft on the inside. This sandwich is nice and warm, and I was starving, but I had to ride Soarin first, because when I went in there, I went straight there. I was here at the park opening, so I went straight to Soarin. 10-minute wait. 10-minute wait. After I left Soarin, I checked it again, 25 minutes. So if you want to ride Soarin, do it first, absolutely. Anyway, the Kaiser roll here is really, really good. Again, like, I was starving, so that might sort of influence my score here, but I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5 tiaras. And of course, I got the Twinings hot English breakfast tea, and I already know how this tastes. Oh my God. Yes. I just want to show you my little secret spot back here. I am literally the only person in here. One of the reasons I love the Land Pavilion is that there is so much seating. It is fantastic. I love it so much. And I also just noticed that there are snowflakes on the tables in here. That's amazing. The last time I was in here, the tables were very different, but that's really cool. I guess they changed them out for each season. I never knew that. And this comes with a side of cantaloupe that looks really fresh. Let's see how this tastes. So this is an interesting one. I've never liked cantaloupe. I like this. So weird. If you previously didn't like a food, and then as a kid or a teen, try it again as an adult, because now I like cantaloupe, I like fresh coconut, which I always hated, and cranberry sauce. At Christmas time this past year, I realized I liked it. So yeah, it's nice and fresh. It has some crispiness to it. I think the reason I didn't like cantaloupe before is because it was too ripe. It was squishy and mealy, but this is nice and crunchy. I will say I would have liked a fruit cup instead with, you know, grapes and cantaloupe and maybe some melon as well. But this was good, and it has changed my mind on cantaloupe forever, so I would give this a 5 out of 5 tiaras. I'll have it again. So now I'm just gonna sit back, relax, and enjoy this amazing meal. Just to show you, here's my view. I'm still the only one in here, and it's a little after 10. This is just absolutely perfect. I just noticed that there are a fair amount of people in this little like corner over here. I won't film them. That's rude. But they all have laptops, and they all seem to be working. I work from home, and I've been searching for a nice quiet spot to work at the parks, and I think this is it. So if you want to see me working from the parks, let me know in the comments. So I really wanted to ride Living with the Land. It's one of my favorite attractions, but there's a 15-minute wait. I don't wait that long for that ride because usually it's a walk-on, so we're gonna skip that for now. Maybe I'll come back later and try that out. As you can see, they're starting to set up for the festival, so they've got the kiosks out. It actually starts tomorrow, so it'll be a lot busier tomorrow. And over here there's Tent Lane. This will be, I guess, your shops and artists signing stuff probably. Look at that monorail shot. Look at it. I absolutely never ever get tired of this view. It's absolutely stunning and beautiful, especially now that the stuff on the lagoon is gone and you can see straight across all of World Showcase. Absolutely beautiful. I've made my way over to Norway and we're gonna get some breakfast at Kringla Bakeri. One thing about Kringla is that it is always really busy, so the seating there really isn't good for recording content. So I came over to China, which is why there's Chinese behind me, but hopefully you can hear me okay. There's a lot of people in here, so I kind of want to be quiet. So first up, I got the Lefse. This is soft flatbread rolled in cinnamon, sugar, and butter. I've never had this before, but I've heard really good things, so let's see how this tastes. That is really good, and I can see why people like it. The one thing I wasn't expecting is that it's cold, so that kind of threw me. I don't know why I was expecting it to be warm, but still really good. I mean, it's cinnamon, sugar, and butter, and it's sort of like a tortilla bread, but this is really, really good. I would get this again, but just because it's cold, I'm gonna give this like a 4 out of 5 tiaras, but I guess having it cold is authentic to Norway, so sorry for those of you that absolutely adore this. Again, it's good, but if I were at home, I would pop this in the microwave for like 20 seconds or so, and I bet that would be really good. So next up we have the Norwegian Kringla. This is a pretzel-shaped pastry with assorted toppings, and you can get either almonds or chocolate. And today I learned that this is actually plant-based. So yeah, that's really cool. And it's one of my favorite things. I already know the score, but let's dig in. Let's see how this tastes. It's been years since I had this, and it hasn't changed. It is still so good. It's also cold, but since I've had it, I was expecting that. There is a generous helping of chocolate all over it, and it also has like a white frosting type thing on top of it too. The fact that this is plant-based, I never ever knew that, but it is marked on the menu, so it is plant-based. If you eat plant-based food, oh my god, come and get this Kringla pretzel, sweet pretzel. It's absolutely amazing. The texture of it, okay, so it's not like a pretzel, it's pretzel shaped. That's the only relationship it has to a pretzel. It's a good like pastry. So the outside is, you know, a little bit browned, and it's just really nice and soft. This would be a good option for kids, actually. I think that they would absolutely love this. This brings back memories. I feel like the last time I had this was like 10 years ago or something. It's been a really long time. I don't know why it's been so long since I've had this, but the first time I had it, I think was in 2011. And yeah, like it just hasn't changed at all. That is something I like to see here. You know, there's changes all the time with everything here. And there are certain changes that I'm super mad about. Norway, Maelstrom, but Kringla really hasn't changed. They also have this school bread that people really, really like. I remember trying it in the past. I don't like it because I don't like that type of coconut. I know earlier I said that I do like fresh shaved coconut, but that's not what's on the school bread. It's more of that like candy type waxy flavor, which I don't really like, so sorry, I don't like school bread. But if you do like coconut, definitely try that out. Anyway, Kringla chocolate sweet pretzel, platinum tiara. This is one of the best things on property. I can't believe I haven't had it in such a long time, so I'm gonna come back and get this like regularly. I've missed it so much. So in terms of your options here for breakfast at Epcot, because most places open at 11 for lunch, but you've got Connections Cafe, which is Starbucks. You've got Sunshine Seasons, and literally the only thing they have is that sandwich I had earlier. Kringla has just a whole bunch of pastries, and then in France is also L'Oreal. You can eat there at 9, even though World Showcase opens at 11. Some countries open earlier so that, you know, you can eat there for breakfast. Now I've made my way over to the port of entry, so let's go look at some merch. The port of entry is where you will find all your festival merch. Of course, it hasn't started yet, so they just have the regular merch right now. Oh my, I see jewelry. You know, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I'm looking for jewelry, so I'm definitely gonna buy one of these. Which one should I get? Let me know in the comments. So I think this is my new favorite store. They've got all these doonies, and I am actually wearing one today. I'll show you that in a sec. But this pattern has lived a very long life. I've seen this pattern in California, in Hong Kong, and in Paris, so this is a old standard that everyone loves. They also have rings, and the black doonie is another one that they've had for a really long time. And of course the matching wallet. Here are some more of the doonies. I don't especially like this pattern, but then they also have a frozen one. They've got the small bag, and then they also have the larger sizes. And there's this like little Valentine's Day one as well, with either Mickey and Minnie, Donald and Daisy, and I don't know what's going on here. After looking at all those purses, I want to show you one that I bought in California a number of years ago, but this is my purse. This is one of my absolute favorite bags. So here's what I chose to get for my jewelry from Port of Entry. Let's unbox it. Ooh. I love this. It's so beautiful. It just has the castle and some hidden Mickeys around it. I saw this when I was out in Disneyland in October, and if you watch that video, I think I actually said I like this, but this is something that I could get in Disney World, so here it is. I bought it here. So that'll do it here for today. Again, if you're coming to the festival, just be aware that the booths open at 11 a.m., but you can start to eat breakfast at 9 a.m. And if you enjoyed this, please do like, subscribe, and share. That helps me out a lot. As always, have a magical day.